My name is Kathryn Casavant, and I'm the mother of two elementary school children, Olivia, 4th grader, and Matthew, a 1st grader. And they do go to LES. To Ms. Harckham and to Dr. Kreutzer and the rest of the school closure task force, thank you for providing us, your community and your constituents, the opportunity for open dialogue in this question and answer forum. I pose my question specifically to Mrs. Harckham and to Dr. Kreutzer. During the October 8th School Closure Task Force public hearing, you, Dr. Kreutzer, stated very clearly, and I quote, "We, the school district, are in tremendous financial shape, and I'm not closing the school because I need the money. We could close this building, LES, because we have an opportunity to be efficient." I would kindly remind you, Dr. Kreutzer, these are your words. For a bit more context regarding my forthcoming question, I offer the following. I'm a business professional. I'm the Chief Executive Officer of a WPP company. WPP is one of the largest media buying firms in the world. In fact, we buy 1/3 of the world's media. We are also the second largest market research firm in the world. I share this small bit of my professional biography specifically to you, Mrs. Kreutzer, and Dr. Kreutzer and Mrs. Harckham, and the rest of the school closure task force, because you should understand and rest assured that I very much indeed understand and appreciate the need for efficiency in operating complex organizations. That said, business management professionals agree, and I agree with them, that when ranking value propositions, efficiency should be at the bottom of the list. Rightly, the word efficiency does not appear in the Board of Education's mission statement, which I will remind you reads as follows. The Board of Education believes its primary responsibility should focus on creating an educational environment that will help our students become knowledgeable individuals, problem solvers, quality producers, effective communicators, wholesome individuals, collaborative workers, ethical individuals, lifelong learners, and responsible, accepting, and involved citizens. We remain committed to providing a high-quality, well-balanced educational program that supports our faculty and staff and helps our students meet and exceed state standards as well as high district goals. So, with the full context of my question before us, my specific question to you, Ms. Harckham, and to you, Dr. Kreutzer, is as follows. How will the closure of one elementary school improve upon the high-quality, well-balanced education that Olivia and Matthew currently receive? And before you answer, I want to be very clear that my question is not, how will the Board of Education invest the 2% savings projected to be realized from the closure of one school? As Dr. Kreutzer has already established, the Board of Education does not need the money in order to meet its mission. So I repeat, my specific question is, how will closing one elementary school improve upon the high-quality, well-balanced education that Olivia and Matthew currently receive? Thank you.
I've been on the school board for 6 years. This is my 6th year, but long before some of the first graders have been born, right? So that's a long time. I've been watching the difference in our ability to pay over those years. We have the idea of the school closure is part of what you're saying we don't have, which is a long-term strategy to become an affordable district. We're the largest, highest per pupil expenditure in Westchester County, that what we are doing is above all of the above strategy. We got a very, very helpful healthcare concession from our association that added to our affordability. We are now in negotiations currently with the association. We have been doing many things in order to create the long-term viability of this district, which will improve the overall education of all the students in this district, including consolidating elementary school students so that we can provide better education overall to the students that are being educated in those elementary schools. To me, this is not a hard question. It's all of the above. We need a better contract. We need a healthcare concessions. We need to be able to afford to pay. We are beyond, if you look at what the FACE report, the projected ability to pay of our school district, the projected ability to pay for our school district is not as healthy as you would imagine. The declining enrollment from 2000 we're a very steep decline. Even if we have a huge influx of students coming in, we're just going to get back to flat. That's what my hope would be, is to get us back to flat, to stop dropping. And so that would be mine. It's an all of the above strategy. It's not just one.
With all due respect, Ms. Harckham, you have not answered my question. My specific question. You actually have not answered my question. I and this entire community are too intelligent to disregard the fact that it may be necessary for us to make very real changes to our school district. And we're also too compassionate to think that it should be somebody else's school and not our own. My specific question to you is, how are my two children going to experience this proposed school closure? And presumably, if it is not going to improve the educational experience that they have beginning on day one that a school is closed, then you have not done your job respectfully.
Thank you. You know what? The tone of your questioning is really intense.
Stop it! Stop it!
I'm not going to argue.
Thank you for your response.
Don't call hard questions tone questions.
Basically, I want to make sure you understand what I was saying. That quote, and I know it got videoed quite a bit. You pick up the 2 minutes for it and 3 minutes after it, and if you look at the 3.5 hours in which we labored the point, we're going to hand in a superintendent's budget this year with a 0 to 0 budgetary expenditure. So in other words, our budget will not go up more than it was last year. We're also going to add full day kindergarten on that, so that's $1 million. So when I say our school district is in tremendous financial shape, I'm alluding and stating, actually not alluding, I'm stating quite clearly that we're advancing and adding programs for children when my neighbors are retreating. So I feel very confident and proud about our district for doing that. We've put in infrastructure that would, basically we had deferred maintenance for several years. We spent millions of dollars on these schools without raising your taxes, without going to referendum. So when I say we're in tremendous financial shape, I'm referring to a lot of different things. I made it very clear that a closure of Lewisboro Elementary School would not be necessary to close the 2014 budget that I will propose to this district. So I'm saying it's not about the money. I'm not using that closure to close this budgetary gap. And it was very clear after that to say, but in 2015 and 2016, because I'm against a cap, where expenses outpace my revenues, and I think either the Patch or Ledger got it pretty clearly, I'm not going to be able to pull those rabbits, so to speak, out of the financial cap. So we got a great healthcare move this year. We did get energy efficiency through an energy performance contract. These types of things are the low-hanging fruit for savings, which allows us to operate our schools at their current level, or even gain ground by bringing in the kindergarten. My biggest concern, and I've lived in a cap environment in Wisconsin since 1993, It's a slow erosion of quality over time. So the efficiency factor is if we can deliver educational model in an efficient format, we will slow down the regression of the educational program. This district has lost 3 digits, 100 individual employee positions over the last few years. We have been moving backwards with these costs. In other words, programs have been moving backwards. Our employees have lost jobs at the very same time that our taxes have gone up. That is an unsustainable relationship. So certainly what we're looking at trying to do is stave off those very high increasing costs. So coming in with that 0-0 this year. And by the way, we want to try to add programs. So that's where the all-day kindergarten is coming. For your child, and probably my own, who's in the 3rd grade, my largest hope for them is that we will not experience the regression. So we'll slow down that retreat of education, stabilize, and then take new ground. That's the plan. That's what we've been doing. Michael here's been doing a wonderful job in the business department of stabilizing this district. We wiped out almost $30 million of future liability in the OPEB category, or the post-employment benefits. We didn't get here overnight. We're not going to get out of here overnight. That is my answer to your question.
Okay, I just want to be clear that I understand what you have just conveyed to me. Because again, my question is about Olivia and Matthew and their experience. So is the primary value proposition for them that we will, in closing one school, and I'm just going to truncate it down, we're slowing the decline in the education that they're receiving?
My goal is no retreat. My goal is no retreat, hold the line here, and take ground. We're going to be the best district in this county in the technology area. We're going to be the best district in this area in Common Core. We are taking those areas of ground. It's going to take time. Okay. We're fighting against a regression. Your neighbors, south of us, Bedford, double-digit teacher losses last year. This district, we worked with our organizations. We did an ERIP. For whatever your opinions are on that, we're holding the ground on our class sizes, and we're holding the ground on our programs. That's a win right now in this financial environment, and there will be a time we can take back that ground.
I would agree. So again, I'm a simple person.
Yep.
You know. So can I expect that my children will have more access to technology and a better execution and implementation of the Common Core curriculum?
You bet they will, more than today, certainly. We are going to be taking that ground. That is our charge. The superintendent will hand in a budget for 2014-15 that includes support for a Common Core curriculum, our teachers and our staff with professional development, and we're going to continue to maintain our technological programs. That is what we're doing on a daily basis.
So can I assume that on the first year of this school closure, that neither one of my children will be enrolled in a class with a teacher who does not have full training on core curriculum for all modules that will be taught that year? Because let me tell you, Dr. Kreutzer, that is the condition of the 4th grade right now.
I'm not going to be able to get down to that level of minute detail for you. I'm not going to be able to say what everyone's doing on.
Would you be willing to take that back as a bit of homework?
I will work on helping this school district hold its rightful place as a leader in educational, in education in this county and in this state. We hold that spot, and we're going to continue to hold that spot, and we're probably even going to take ground against our comparable districts. That's where we're going. I want to not get into the whole back and forth.
Thank you very much.